Hi crafters, it's Hannah from HanCrafted Creations. Welcome to my channel today. Today I've got something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you how I made this canvas. We've got some mixed media stuff going on. I love how this turned out. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to be using the Butterfly Basics dies and the, oh no, these are the stamps. And these are the dies that coordinate with them. Wow. So there's the bold butterfly dies and the butterflies. So there's two sets here and the stamp set. These are both retiring, so if you want to get them, then get them now, because when something's on the retiring list, once it's sold out, it is sold out and it won't be back again. So there'll be links for that in the description. Also, let me know if this is the kind of video that you enjoy. If it is, then I will do some more. And also, if this is the kind of video that you like, then why don't you consider subscribing, so that I know that you like it as well, and share it and all that good stuff, which I know you do. You're awesome. So yeah, we will get started. Okay, so I'm starting off with a blank canvas. I know it's a bit big, you can't quite see it all, but I'll move it up and down so you can get a look, or if I do that, you can see it's a A4 size canvas, and I've already cut out some butterflies. So I've got the bold butterflies, no, is it bold butterflies? Yeah, bold butterfly and the butterflies dies. So there's two sets of dies that I've got here. Let me show you. There's actually two sets here. So I've got the sort of the decorative ones. So I've already cut a few of those out, and I'm going to start by just sticking those down. And I'm wondering actually if I should go landscape instead. So what I'm going to do is stick these down, and I'm going to have a little bit of embossing and do some decorative things. But firstly, I'm going to stamp on the background. So I've got the Butterfly Basic stamp set, and I've got on this one and maybe some of this one, and yeah, that's it for now. And I've got chocolate chip, and I'm just going to take this. So I'm going to have a cluster of butterflies up here and a cluster down here, so that's where I'm going to stamp. And then so in the middle I want to leave that kind of bare. And I'm wondering if actually, because I did see this canvas, I'm sort of recycling it. It did have something else on it before, and I'm as high up as I can get so you can see what's going on. So I'm just I'm just going to use my hand and start to stamp on the background. So I'm just where I know the butterflies are going to be, I want just a little bit of something, so it doesn't have to be perfect, because some of it's going to be covered anyway. So we're just starting off adding some texture to the background. So, and as I go along and up the side, I'm sort of going a bit thinner. So sort of like that, and then I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. So we're just adding a little something. And I'm going to take this on the edge as well, so you won't be able to see too well, but I'm just going to go along the edge as well. So I'll do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've done that, and then I'm just going to run the ink pad along those two edges, so we've got a darker edge like so. So not all the way along, just kind of part where we've done the stamping basically. So we're just darkening those edges slightly, and you can kind of come onto the side, onto the front as well a little bit, like so. Okie dokie. And then we're going to add a little bit of this one. So again, just inking it up and adding a little bit more texture. But not too far into this middle part, because I want that to stay nice and clear. That's where our focal point is going to be. So, oops, I'm just adding a little bit, and it can be as much or as little as you like. Okay, a little bit more. And I like doing it with my hands instead of the block, because it kind of, sometimes it gets a bit, parts of it's missed, and it kind of just makes it look a little bit more rusticy looking kind of thing. And then I'm just going to stamp off the rest of that ink. There we go. So a little bit more texture now. Now we're going to bring in our butterflies. So I've got a big one for each corner, and I'm going to go off the edges as well. So, oh, my camera is just, I can't seem to get the position right. It kind of looks a bit weird to me. I don't know. Let me know if it looks okay. So I know they're white butterflies, so they're a little bit difficult to see for you. I'm just going to add a few. Where I've done the stamping basically is where the butterflies are going to go. So about like so. You know what I just thought that I could have done, which I didn't, is use the adhesive sheets to stick these down. Oh, I'm such a muppet. So what I'm going to do instead is just use some Tombow. So I won't bore you by doing all of them. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Glue on the back of your hand and then dab into it so it gets all covered. And if glue goes on the top, it doesn't matter at all. You want to make sure it's really stuck down well, so you kind of have to get a little bit messy for this one. But you know me, I don't mind that at all. Stick. Can use a block to press it down, like so. And I'm just going to carry on doing that for the rest of them. Just stick them all down where I've positioned them. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Alright, so our butterflies are stuck down now. Oh, let me zoom out. So our butterflies are all stuck down. Again, you probably can't see them that well because they're white on white. But a cool thing that happened is when the glue and the ink underneath has sort of met, it's kind of run and smudged a little bit, so it kind of will add to the textureness. So I'm gonna add some, now which should I do first? Actually no, I'm gonna add some ink to here, so the background is gonna smudge some more, but what I want to do is protect this bit across here a little bit. So I'm gonna grab a scrap piece of grid paper and just sort of tear a strip, sort of roughly about the right size. So I'm just gonna, I've got Tangerine Tango and Powder Pink. I'm gonna start with Powder Pink. So obviously the stamping that we've done underneath, it is water based, so it is gonna move, but that's okay. So I'm gonna add, oh, can you see, a drop on top of the butterflies. Not all of them, just the big ones to start off with. So I'm just adding one drop to begin with, and then I'm just going to spritz that with some water and see what we get. So you can kind of see a little bit more. And then I've got, in this one, I've got re-inker and water. So I'm going to spritz that too. So we've got some colour. I like that. There we go. So going from a little bit higher up, I think actually looks better. And then I'll add a little drop of the Tangerine Tango. Like so. And I'm going to use the spritzer that's got the re-inker in as well, so it'll kind of mix with that. Let's get a bit closer. There we go. Oh, it's finished. There we go. Ooh, that looks so cool. I like it. So if I move this, we've still got our nice white bit in the middle. And I think what I'm going to do is grab an aqua painter. Where will I put my aqua painters? 1 second. And I'm just going to move some of this ink around a little bit, just on these butterflies that are here. And I've got spritz that landed over there, so I'm just picking up some of that. Let's see if we can see all of them. What I might do, actually add a drop of re-inker just on my craft mat and use that as a bit of a palette. So I've got a darker colour. I'm just going over some of these butterflies a little bit, just like so. Just going to move some of this ink around a little bit. So I'm not really particularly trying to make it look any specific way. I'm just moving things around a little bit. Okay, just so we can kind of see those butterflies. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I am going to give that a little blast with the heat gun just so it dries a little bit, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, so what I've also done is just gone over the butterflies with a little bit of clear gesso, so that just helped them to stick, and then anything I put on top of it hopefully should sit nicely. So I'm really happy with how that's looking so far. That's pretty cool. So what I want to do is add a little bit more of this stamping, just sort of here and there. We have lost some of it, but that's fine. Can just add a little bit back in, like so. Sorry, you can't really see. And then I'm going to do the same up here. Just adding a little bit of that texture back. Like that. There. So we just add a little bit back in. And then I'm going to swipe those edges again, like so. And you can move that ink around again if you want to. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, I like that. Okay. You can take that down the side a little bit as well, along the edges. So, oops, sorry. I'm just sort of swiping down there a little bit as well, not too much. Okay. Ooh, I like it. Oh, that looks so awesome. Okay, so the focal point is going to be in the centre. So I thought what I would do in the centre is a little bit of embossing paste. And I've got some stencils, so I might just go with the brick wall looking one. So there's the diamonds, brick wall or diamonds. I think the brick wall. So pop that in the middle. And I've got some of the white embossing paste. Where's my spatula gone? So I hope it's still... Oh no. Oh, I've left it too long. I don't think I closed it properly. Oh dear. I don't think there's a way to revive dried up embossing paste. Okay, well, we're not going to have any embossing, it looks like. I really don't think I can do anything with this. Let's try spritzing it with water, see if that brings it back. No, not really. Oh. Try getting loads of water in there. Nope, that's had it. Oh well. Lesson to you: when you close your embossing paste, make sure you close the lid properly and securely so it doesn't dry up on you. So instead of embossing, I will just ink through Just grab Tangerine Tango ink pad, that'll do, and I'm just going to press that through the stencil. Oh gosh, hope this works now. A swipe, that might do it. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, that looks really good actually. Oh, I'm telling you, I love this mixed media type stuff. It's just so much fun. So, our main image is going to be this butterfly, but we can't just have it just like that. So, I'm going to let this dry a little bit more. It is pretty much dry. While we work on the butterfly. Okay, actually what I'm going to do is wipe my craft sheet up a little bit. So I did actually speak about this craft sheet a while ago, and I said I'd let you know how I was getting on with it, and it is really, really good. It cleans up so easily. So if you're after a craft mat for all your messy stuff, I will leave the details in the description of it. It cleans up so easily. And so obviously when you're doing this mixed media type messy stuff, you need to be able to clean up your surface easily. There we go. Okay, so I've got my butterfly. Again, same dies that we used before. I've just cut it out of real red cardstock. So we're going to emboss it. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to keep embossing it until it's all nice and shiny. So I'm going to get a scrap bit of ready. Get a scrap bit of ready. That doesn't make any sense, Hannah. Scrap bit of paper ready. So I'm gonna Versamark onto the butterfly. So I'm just pressing the Versamark on to the butterfly. I'm trying to make sure it's really well covered. So I'm really pressing quite hard. Make sure it's got a good coat of Versamark, because I did this before and I didn't Versamark it up enough, so it kind of looked a little bit speckly. So this time I'm really going in to make sure it is covered properly. Okay, so that is really well covered now. So I'm just going to lift it up and pop on some clear embossing powder. All over. Make sure it's really well covered as well. Good thing with these butterflies, you can just pick it up by its little thingamabob and tap the excess off. So I've seen a couple of different ways of doing this as well. Some you heat it and then just straight away throw some more embossing powder on. But I don't think I can do that quick enough, so what I'm going to try is... no, you know what, I'll just do it that way. I should be able to do it. So, let's heat set all of this, and then while it's still hot, you throw on some more embossing powder, and it will give it a sort of an enamel look. So if I actually use my pokey tool just to hold it down. So while it's still hot, throw some more embossing powder on it. And it should stick to it again because it's still hot. But if it doesn't, then I'll Versamark it up again. So let's see. See, it hasn't stuck to that bit because it had already cooled down. It's only stuck to that bit. So I'll just heat that and then I'll Versamark it up again. I think I'll get a better result if I do that. So let me just melt this bit and then can add some more. Okay, so make sure it's, now you have to wait for it to be dry just to be on the safe side, so you don't mess up your embossing, your Versamark either. So I'll Versamark this up again really well, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to tell if it's Versamarked because it's already shiny. So I think you can just make out though. So again, I'm really pressing it well because I want this to stick. Okay. So hopefully now it will stick again very well. Yeah, see, you've got a good coat of embossing powder. Don't know if you can make it out, but it's much better than and then just throwing it on while it's still hot. I've got a good coverage, so this should be enough, I think. So I think I'm happy with that. There we go. Stuck to the surface a little bit, so I'll lift it up and show you. So it's got a nice enamel sort of look to it. So that's it normally, just normal cardstock, but then that side has got a nice enamel look, which I think looks awesome. So let's just put this away. And I'll tidy up a little bit and then we can go on to the next step. Righty. So we are dry and I've moved my camera again and now it's just too close and I can't zoom out anymore. This is really irritating me. Anyway, so it's all dry, so you can just about see it all. And our butterfly that's going to go in the centre is there. Ooh, I love it. So that's going to get popped up on dimensionals. We can do that in a sec. Why is that wet? So for the title, I'm using this is all the same stamp set that I've been using, the basic butterfly basics. I'm going to use that sentiment that's in that stamp set and I'm going to stamp it. I've got some Whisper White here, which it's funny because I had it next to here while I was spritzing, so it's got a little bit of a spritz on it as well, which kind of looks pretty cool, so I'm leaving that on there. And I think I'm going to stamp it in. I'll try chocolate chip first and see if I like it. If not, then I'll do it in black. No, that's not dark enough, so let me go. Where's my black ink? There it is. So I'll do it in basic black. And stamp that down. That's could be better, but hey, it'll do. I wonder if Memento would be better. Let's see. We'll have a few options to choose from. You know, sometimes it's black, but it's not black enough. Yeah, they're about the same. Okay, so we'll just go with this one. So what I'm going to do is snip it down, and I'll use these on something else, and snip a little bit more off each side, and the top and the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is each line, I'm going to cut. And again, I've just realised I should have stuck this. You know what, I still can. Hang on, where is it? Oh, why can I not speak? The permanent adhesive sheets. Oh my word. So, just to make it easier when I stick it down. So lift that up. So this is a whole sheet of stickers, so you just stick whatever it is you want to stick down. And then you cut it out. And then still with the backing sheet off, I'm just going to trim it down closer. Now we can trim up the edges, so it'll just make it a bit easier when I'm sticking it down, basically. So this one, I'll just have to make sure I trim it properly. It's only a little piece. Okay. Then the rest now. Got a bit sticking to me. So trim that off and trim that off. And now we can just cut this down like I was doing before. So I'm just cutting each line of the sentiment. So it'll make it a little bit more interesting, I think. And now, because we've got the sticky on the back, it will make it quicker and easier to stick, so you're not trying to stick little pieces with glue. Just peel off the back. Okay. So let's bring in the canvas, and it's going to go on this side So then there is nothing, well, in the oh no, in the caterpillar that tells you it is going to be a, oh my word, come on, there we go, butterfly. So we can adjust where we want it to go. So I'm just sort of I don't want them all exact. So I think something like that will look good. And then our butterfly there. So before I stick that down, I'm just having a look at the whole thing to see if that works, and I think it does. So let's peel off the backing off these, and that's easy to stick down now. So, whoops. I'm just peeling off the backing from the adhesive sheets, and I'll probably speed this bit up. So let's pause. Okay, so that's stuck there, and the butterfly we're going to pop up on dimensionals. So let's get some, I think I can fit a big one in the middle. Let's see, yeah, and then some of the mini ones I'll stick on his body, just can fit on there, and I think here we don't want him falling off, so I'll stick a few on, and I think I can get one here maybe. Actually, I'll cut one of those in half, just because I want it well stuck down, and I don't want you know, any of it falling to pieces. So we'll put a couple on the bottom of his wings. Don't know why I say his wings. Who says it's a boy? Could be a girl. Where else? There. And I think that should be enough. Whoa. Okay. Let's get the backing off. Yeah. Nearly there. Okay. So that's going to get right in the centre. Let's give it a good press down. Make sure he's stuck and he's not going anywhere. So the top of his wings here is going to lift up a little bit because we didn't put anything behind that, but that's fine. I don't mind that at all. So there we go. And the last thing I think that I'm going to do is just take the black Stampin' White marker, and I'm just going to go around each of these pieces just to make them stand out a little bit more. Try the other. Just like so. It doesn't have to be perfectly neat. I'm going to smudge it out in a bit anyway. There we go. I'm just going to grab a blender pen. So I'm just using the blender pen just to smudge that out a little bit. So it'll lighten it up a bit and make the lines a bit softer. I'm scribbling off a little bit of the excess. So you can almost blend it out to nothing. You just keep lifting that colour. So just keep doing that until you're happy with how much colour is still there. So I want it to be a bit lighter. Probably would have been better to use the basic grey, but no matter. And I think I'm happy with that. Oh, that looks better actually when I do circles. Makes it a bit softer still. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I like it. And I think I'm pretty much finished, which I'm really happy about because I'm kind of tired and kind of hungry, so I can go and relax now. It's kind of, well, it's not late, but I don't usually film this late, so there we go. Oh, I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. So we can sort of blend and soften those edges. Oh, that looks good. Ooh, nice, 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 nice. And I was thinking whether or not I should add some bling, but I'm not sure it needs it. What do we think? Oh, that looks so good. Even if I do say so myself. And I'm surprised because obviously I love mixed media, but I don't do a lot of it, not yet anyway. So I'm actually happy that it's turned out like something, you know, kind of decent looking. I'm really happy with that. So, what do we think? Do we add some bling? I think maybe yes. I'm always going to say yes to bling. Let me just go and grab some. Haha. So I moved my camera up a little bit so you can see a little bit better what I've got here. And I've got some rhinestones. I think some of the really small ones will look quite nice. A little bit of delicate sparkle here, there and everywhere. So I'm just adding a few little rhinestones, and I'll hold it up in a second so you can see the finished results. I am very happy with how it's turned out because it actually looks like a mixed media thing. It's supposed to look, I think. So I'm well happy. Let's see. So we've got a few little sparkles. So a lot. Because they're so small and delicate, you can get away with adding a good few. And it doesn't look too much. There. So I think I am done. There we go. So let's bring it up a little bit closer so you can see some of the different parts. And I'll have pictures of it up on my Instagram as well so you can see some good pictures of it. So that is it. I hope that you have enjoyed watching me create this basic butterfly basics canvas. If you like this kind of video, then let me know and I will plan some more mixed media type stuff as well. But so that's it for today. I will put some other videos over here for you to watch, and I will see you next time. Bye.